The Midrash relates that David HaMelech, King David, was very concerned when he saw in his prophetic vision the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash and the cessation of the offerings of the korbanos, of the sacrifices, which the sacrifices come as an atonement, a forgiveness from God for our iniquities. So David HaMelech was concerned, and it was wondered, how are Jews going to ask for forgiveness? How is this going to happen? So God responded to him, says the Medrash. When suffering will befall the Jewish people because of their sins, they should just gather before me in complete unity. And together they shall confess their sins and recite the order of the Selichot, and I will answer their prayers. So last night, all or most Ashkenazi communities, Sephardi communities started already a few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, since Rosh Chodesh Elul, but the Ashkenaz community started last night or early this morning, depending on the custom, to recite the Selichot. And we will do so either till Rosh Hashanah or till Yom Kippur, depending on the customs. What are the Selichot? Actually, the Selichot are a collage of Torah verses and poetically written Hebrew works in which we ask God to forgive us on a personal and a communal level. The core of the prayers are the recital of the 13 attributes of God, which we find in Parshas Kisisa, where the Torah says over there, when Moshe Rabbeinu was pleading for forgiveness from Hashem for the Jewish people for having committed the sin of the golden calf, it says, Vayabar Hashem al Panov, Vayikro. And God recited, Hashem, Hashem, Keil, Rachel, V'chanun. And that's where those 13 attributes of God are invoked, and God forgives us. These 13 attributes represent God's infinite compassion, God's infinite mercy for us. But what's very interesting, what does it accomplish? Forgiveness. Forgiveness in Hebrew is salach. The numerical value of the word salach, Samach 60, Lamed 30, Ches 8, 98. Quite interesting. This corresponds to the 98 seemingly curses that was read yesterday in Parashat Kitavo, where Moshe Rabbeinu reprimands and frightens us as to what could God forbid befall if we will not follow God's commandments, God's ways. And there is 98 of them corresponding to the 98 numerical value of the word salach. Chassidus explains that those 98 seemingly curses are not curses. They're really blessings of such high level that it can only be expressed in such a manner that seems to be a curse. But in reality, they're extremely high blessings. So that means what? Salach, forgiveness, is also revealing that exceptional, infinite relationship that we have with God, which is beyond words, which is beyond limitations. The introduction to those 13 attributes says the pasuk, Vayavar Hashem al Panav. Simple meaning is, and God passed in front of him. But the word Vayavar also means changing. Let us look here again at the numerical value of the word, and we see that it comprises of two words. We take the ayin and the base, comprises 72, corresponding to the word chesed, loving kindness. The vav yud reish, 216, corresponds to the word gevura, judgment. What that means is, vayaver, God is changing from gevura to chesed, from judgment from severity to loving kindness. And how does this happen? And why is this? Because of our infinite relationship, because of our infinite commitment that we have to God and God has to us. Vayavar also means transporting. Lahavir, to transport. So please God, transport us already from judgment to chesed, from exile to redemption, into the Beis HaMikdash with Mashiach. And may this happen now.